Hello there and welcome along to Sports on the Weekend show. I am Monday Thomas and I'm pleased as sponge to take you around the world of sports this morning. Before we head into the nitty-gritty, let's quickly have a recap of the excitement in sports over the week. We all know that the English Premier League is back and as well as the rest of club football. But it all started on Sunday where we saw the first Super Classic Sunday of the season as it involves Manchester United taking on Arsenal. Arsenal were victorious in that particular encounter as we saw a feisty encounter. I mean, Manchester United coming up to put up a very good performance, but wasn't good enough to hand them even a point. On Monday, we saw the first Monday Night Football, and it was the return of the Eastlanders. I'm talking about Leeds United, as they were 1-0 winners against their opponent, which was Everton. And on Tuesday, we saw the PFA Team of the Season. Here you have it on your screen. Mohamed Salah won the PFA Player of the Year awards for just the third time, the most a single player has done so. On Wednesday, we saw the retirement or the announcement of Brian Idea's retirement from football, an illustrious career, playing 26 times for the Super Falcons, scoring 7 times, and also winning the Africa Cup of Nations in 2013. Then on Thursday, we saw one of the biggest transfer highs in history as Arsenal hijack Eberechi Eze from Tottenham Hotspur. He is due to play for Arsenal from the start of next weekend. And on Friday, here you have it on the screen, the beginning of the 2025-2026 NPFL season as Remo Stars played a 1-0 draw in their first game to defend their trophy last season. And now, just before the conversation gets on the way, we have a guest in the studio. As a matter of fact, we have a champion in the studio. But before we get to her, let's save the best for the very last. Let's have a feel of the game of the week. And it was that encounter at the Old Trafford.
Slips it through for Saka. That will go down as a big opportunity.
All right, the game of the week saw Arsenal getting their first win against Manchester United this season. That is continuing their 20-plus record, heading to an encounter that sees them play against the top 6 of the English Premier League. All right, let's get to talk about other things, and that is in the transfers. Eberechi Eze joins Arsenal after agreeing terms with Tottenham Hotspur. Certainly the most talked about transfer negotiations currently ongoing as we still have some amount of two or more weeks to go for the transfer market. Eberechi Eze joined Arsenal, and just yesterday he completed his medical, but not just on time to feature for Arsenal later on today. All right, still talking about the encounters we're expecting in the English Premier League. Let's have a feel of it. The EPL showdown coming up today, match day 2. After Arsenal secured the signing of Eberechi Eze, looks to complete the missing piece of Arsenal's jigsaw this season. Let's wait and find out. If we can have the match week 2 fixtures that we have coming up later on today. Here you have it on your screen. Chelsea were 5-1 winners against West Ham United at the London Stadium. The Blues took no prisoners after a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace in their first game. But early kickoff for today's encounter, Manchester City will take on Spurs. Bournemouth will be in action against Wolves later on. Brentford at the GTEC Stadium take on Aston Villa. Burnley welcome Sunderland, and Arsenal, late kickoff today, will take on Leeds United. Tomorrow we'll also see another encounter to look out for as Crystal Palace will take on Nottingham Forest. Even Manchester United will be in action at the Craven Cottage against Fulham. Monday Night Football also claims to be another exciting encounter to look out for as Newcastle at the St. James's Stadium will take on Liverpool. Since we're still talking fixtures, let's have a feel of what to expect on Sunday as it concerns the new season. Talking about the NPFL new season, I already told you that Remo Stars were held to a 1-1 draw against Rivers United. Later on tomorrow, we're going to see Wiki Torres against Plateau United. All the matches start by 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Katsina United will be in action against Warri Wolves. Rangers International 11 Nugu will take on Kun Khalifat FC. Abia Warriors will also be in action against Kano Pillars. Kwara United will take on Ikorodu City. El Kanami Warriors versus Bendel Insurance. Shooting Stars, who play their first game against Bayelsa United at home. And Baru FC, the newcomers, will welcome Enyimba. And to wrap up match day 1 for the NPFL new season will be Niger Tornadoes versus Nasarawa United. We'll still wrapping up all the exciting sports stories of the week. And let's, of course, take a pause when we talk about the new Super Eagles head coach. Is it still new? I mean, he still needs to put up some new performance after we saw the Chan Eagles an abysmal display in the Chan 2024. Coach Eric Chill has released a 31-man squad, a provisional squad that will feature in the encounter coming up on the 6th of September as it concerns the World Cup qualifiers, where Nigeria are able to play against Rwanda and South Africa. The list includes the likes of Ebenezer Harcourt, who is one of the youngest players ever to feature for the Eagles. And that was at the Chan 2024, where he's shooting goal as Nigeria were 2-0 winners against the Democratic Republic of Congo. All the best for the Super Eagles as we count down to the World Cup qualifiers. Well, I told you that we are saving the very best for the last, and right here in the studio to talk sports with me. And talking sports, I mean swimming, because she is a swimming champion. Good morning, Adanna Okoli. How are you doing?
I'm great.
All right, fantastic to have you in the studio. You're just 8 years old, and you were able to, of course, put up a remarkable performance to win the 12th CNS National Championship. How does it feel being a champion? Because I don't know what it feels like.
It feels awesome. Feels like you're going to win and win.
Or it feels like you're going to win again. All right, so you're 8 years old and you possibly are just really concerned about lots of stuff, maybe school, maybe play. But what keeps your focus in check that you were able to attain this great feat? Who is your mentor who, of course, pushes you to do great?
My mom.
Your mom. And I can agree to that because our mom is with our cameras and, of course, supporting Adanna Okoli from the backstage. So what advice would you love to give to the kids who are aspiring to be like you?
I will give the advice of doing what you're best at and pushing yourself through problems.
All right, pushing yourself through problems, because problems is definitely going to come. And the first one you said, always doing what you're best at, right? All right, congratulations once again in the studios. I mean, in a country where swimming as a sport is least talked about, Adanna Okoli won first place in the 12th CNS National Championship in swimming. And she's here to celebrate with us right here in the studios. Once again, thank you so much for creating time out of your very busy schedule, because it's not easy being a champion. All the paparazzi around, even in the studios, I'm even happy to be sitting alongside you because, like I said, I don't know so much about being a champion. Maybe just talking sports is my thing, but congratulations once again, Adanna Okoli.
Thank you.
All right, do have yourself a great day, champion.
Yes.
All right, so that's where we put our gears on reverse on sports on the weekend show till we come your way next week. I remain Monday Thomas, and see you later for something greater.